Hi, I'm Amber.
And I'm Tony.
And we are Tuned to the Moon. But are you? Are you into spooky shit and woo-woo? If you are, welcome. This is our cosy little space to talk about all things, well, I don't know, supernatural. Some might say unnatural.
Yeah.
We're just making it normal.
Yeah. I'm trying to normalise the woo-woo.
And I think if you are an OG, you will know that Tuned to the Moon was here before. It's Tuned to the Moon 2.0. This was a podcast I had started in 2022.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, just a little hobby. And again, it was trying to bring together like-minded people. If you listened back then, you'll remember Tony was on the podcast all the time. Your episodes got so many listens. People were like, I love this gal. And then I just wanted to bring it back. And I thought, why not do it together? And then the rest is history. Look at our little studio.
I love it. I think it is so cute the way this has all turned out.
It's so nice. We've basically just brought in things we had at home.
Everything that we had, yeah.
And do you know, actually, my partner is buzzing when I just messaged him and was like, we need more crystals in here. I've got a big plate of crystals in the spare room that he just can't stand. He's like, it's taking up space. So I said, see that plate of crystals? I'm actually going to be taking them in here. He went, oh, amazing. Yeah. What else?
Well, he'll want rid of the incense, won't he?
Yeah, the incense.
Hates the incense.
He's like, what he actually said, what about all the mugs? Because I'm just very notorious for going to a supermarket and picking up a mug. I'm like, actually, see that witchy mug and the Taurus mug? They can go. He's like, what else? So I know that I'm going to be going home tonight to a big pile at the door. My Tuned to the Moon pile.
Yeah, to bring in next time. No, I love it. It's
I know.
So nice.
Looks so good. I'm loving this little space. It feels nice and cozy and perfect for chatting all things woo-woo. So what's been happening with you this week? Anything? Any spooky scenarios?
Spooky scenarios. Do you know, there actually was one. And I've not even spoke to you about it yet. I was in work the other day, which you know, all eyes on me as a cross from us.
That's where I get my lashes done. Yes. Don't look at them right now though, because these are fake lashes. I was on holiday and all my lashes have fallen off.
Same, my brows badly need done. They'll be watching this like, get in here.
We should do an episode lying there getting lashes and brows done. That's funny.
Talking about the woo-woo.
Yeah, all the spirits coming in.
So I was walking out of All Eyes on Me to go across to my studio. And Pam, who I work with, had just walked in. So I seen her walk through the doors as I was walking out, but she didn't see me.
Right.
So she goes in, so I'm pottering about behind her, and I sees her, because the doors are obviously glass. I see her walking out and talking, and I'm like, who is she talking to? So I opened the door, then she heard the big buzzer that it makes, and she went, shut up. And I was like, what? She went, Tony, I just walked in here and heard you go, hi, and started having a full-blown conversation with you. And I'm like, no, you did not. She's like, Tony, I walked into the studio. There's 2 rooms. I walked out of the office and into the studio to have a conversation with you because I heard you shout hi from in the studio. And I was like, no, you didn't, because I saw you walk in and walk into the studio. She's like, I swear to God, you were speaking to me. So I think when...
Why does Why does it not surprise me that your studio is haunted?
I know.
This is such a Tony
I've obviously
thing.
been like telepathically like speaking to her.
She summoned you like something out of Harry Potter.
Yeah. She couldn't believe it. She was like,
Tony,
I heard you talking. I'm
That's
like,
wild.
no, you didn't. I wasn't even in the room.
Is Pam, is she psychic? Like, does she have medium?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
she's switched on 100%.
I feel like that's probably quite a good thing to start with then. Episode 1.
Yes.
Are we all psychic? Do we all have psychic abilities? Because Tony right here, if you don't know, you are medium, psychic. Yeah. How would you describe yourself?
I mean, right now I'm choosing the words like spiritual advisor, spiritual guide.
Oh wait, I like this. Most of us have like a mortgage advisor, financial advisor, boarding advisors. I'd like a spiritual advisor.
I mean, you do have one on tap, really.
You. Amber, your gran says don't make that decision.
Yeah.
What actually is that then? Just, is it like mentoring but using spirit as well?
Yeah, I feel like it's just a mix of everything that I do. So obviously when I'm doing card readings or mediumship readings, it always goes the same way. It's more about advice and guidance, which is the opposite of what mediums and psychics would normally do. They're like, no, you stick to the facts and you pass on the information. Whereas for me, people are always looking for that, what am I meant to do? They're there with a question. And I feel like with like the counselling background and stuff like that, it's just, well, I'm the guidance gal. Like that is what.
That's right. That's how
That
we
is
first,
my name. Yeah.
That's how we first met.
So it kind of just feels better being that spiritual guidance rather than, and that is then using spirit coming through. Could be like spirit guides coming through. It could just be the cards. Could be my intuition, what I'm tapping into.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, I used to do a radio show where I had Tony on once a week.
Yeah.
What was it? Wednesday Wisdom? I think that's what it was
Wednesday
called.
Wisdom, yeah.
And you were the guidance gal, which is one of your Instagram handles.
One of. Yeah. For this stuff, yeah.
She's not a catfish, just
No.
has various Instagrams. So yeah, you are therapist, guide,
Yeah.
psychic, and
Bit of it all.
bit of it all. And that's why I thought, let's do this together
Yeah.
because you really are the expert. I know you hate me saying that,
Yeah,
but
I
you
hate
are
that.
because I am interested. And you
Yeah,
know,
I
for
get that.
years I've been interested in all this stuff. Like,
Yeah, you
I like
pay
to
me so much.
I like to charge a wee crystal in the moonlight. I like to try and connect with a spirit or two, but I'm in no way, shape, or form an expert, and that's where you are perfect. So,
Is everyone psychic?
is everyone psychic? Can we all tap into psychic abilities? I want to know this.
Yeah, so my belief is yes, because your psychic abilities basically come from your senses, your physical senses. So I always forget them as I go through the list here. Taste, smell, touch, seeing and hearing.
Yep.
Yeah. 5,
So not six. Oh no, six senses.
6 sense.
Well, that's why we're here. 5 senses.
Yeah, 5 physical senses, yeah. So these are your psychic senses as well. So why would you not be able to? Like that, it baffles me that people don't think that they can.
Do you think it's a closed off?
Absolutely. Completely blocked or skeptical or whatever. There can be many reasons. But your senses are your psychic senses. So it's just a case of developing them, making them stronger. Like you might have really good sense of hearing physically, like you hear quite well. So chances are then your psychic sense of hearing, your clairaudient would be quite strong. So you might hear things like
Right.
like Pam heard me saying hello when I wasn't there. Like,
Wild.
so that's her.
Who was that then? Was that you she heard? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But if we're stripping this right back then.
Yeah.
If somebody is either, because can you develop them if you want to
Yeah, absolutely.
get into it? As people say, she's
Yeah.
into all that stuff.
Yeah.
She's into all that woo woo. Can you develop it, or if you want to get into it, where would be a good starting point? Would you look at your most used or strongest? Is that where you
Yeah,
would maybe start?
probably.
See if somebody, if you're listening right now and you're like, I really want to try and do this, try and connect, or I'm really interested, where would you start?
I think a good thing to note as well is everyone thinks that seeing is going to be big.
Absolutely.
So everyone wants to like see ghosts and have things physically happen in front of them because then it's more tangible. Yeah. So they want to develop their clairvoyant abilities, which is being able to see. Most people aren't. That's not their
Really?
strongest. Yeah.
So not all.
Not all psychics and
Psychics
mediums
see?
can see. No. They can sometimes see in their mind's eye, so like in their head, not physically in the room. But a lot of people it will be more of a knowing, which is essentially that sixth sense, because that's your claircognient ability, which is just that knowing. So
the
like your
clairs.
intuition, a thought, whereas that's not one of our physical senses. That's not one of the 5.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think that's when we hear about this sixth sense, that's your knowing, which is then just thought-based. So you could think, right, oh, I've got this sense of hearing that's really good, so I'm going to work on that. But probably the best place for everyone to start is meditation, or sitting with themselves. It doesn't have to necessarily be like guided meditation, or you could just be sitting in silence and tapping into your senses. You have to be connecting with yourself.
Where do you find the time? I'm like, I would love to meditate more.
Yeah.
I have a nearly 2-year-old. How do I meditate? Mommy.
That is no excuse. I've got 3.
I know. But I think sometimes, like, you hear that, don't you? People saying, "Oh, you need to meditate." And again, a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's a bit out there. It's a bit not crazy," but people do think it's quite woo-woo, don't they? Or you hear people a lot saying, "I can't meditate," because I think people are trying to, like, I've done it so many times. You try and fit like everybody else's normal, so you're maybe like, I'm going to sit and, I really can't picture a beach right now, and what's for dinner, and I'm not taking the mince out. Like,
you're distracted.
Yeah. So what's a good, again, just taking it right back to basics, what's a good way to start getting into meditating?
I think straight away, taking that expectation away that it has to be, it's not about your mind being silent. Like, that will only begin to happen when you have practiced it for so long that you're able to shut your mind off. Like,
so what would you do then?
It can be as simple as just like sitting like this right now, maybe with music on, rather than being guided into a beach or something like that, because that's when your thoughts are then going to go wild. You're going to be distracted. You could just have music on. You could be in the car. Like, it's just sitting in silence.
In the car though, meditating.
Yeah, you don't have to be eyes closed. Like, when I started, I would say the car was my biggest place for being able to meditate, because you go into, you're concentrating that much on the road. If I didn't have the music on, if the kids weren't there, I was just focused, and that's all it is. So I'm focused on the road, but I'm just me. I'm just,
and you just wouldn't have
with
anything
my
on?
body, nothing on.
Right, I need to get the smutty audiobooks off.
Yeah, and it works. Like, for people maybe going to sleep at night time, putting a guided one on, and it helps them drift off. Like, there's different types of meditation for different things. Like Leanne, that we know, she goes out running. That's meditating.
Oh,
that's
I've seen some people saying
meditation.
That, like drawing, or like going to the gym, or so basically just being with yourself.
Yeah.
And being in your own,
focused in your own energy.
Yes,
it's because people have this perception, and meditation is huge. Like, I used to hold meditation groups. It was popular. So people think it has to be that certain way, what you described at the beginning, when it doesn't.
Yep.
There's mindfulness meditation. There's different types that you can fit around you.
So basically, find something that you like, that works, and then where does the kind of psychic ability then come into it? Is it when you're in your own energy and you're focused, you're then thinking, do you then start seeing things? Do you hear things? Or is it just more clarity in your own head? That's what I don't really get. Like, how does the psychic come in? Yeah.
For me, I think it's the awareness grows. So the more you're connecting with yourself, and those senses are strengthening, the more aware you become of things around you. So that's when you might start noticing like signs or synchronicities that you would have completely been shut off to before. Or if you are in a meditation and it's eyes closed, maybe as guided, I don't know, you're at the beach, you're in a meadow, whatever it is, you could be away up in the cosmos like we are right now. That can then bring things in. So that's when you might start to, you could be sitting there and feel all shivery or temperature change, goosebumps.
I get shivers. Yeah. That's what happens to me. I get shivers when I meditate or get a feeling.
So that's things happening, and you're aware of it.
Does that mean like I've got a ghost with me?
Well, yeah, it means something's entered your space. Yeah. So some people, if they've got that strong third eye, they would then see that being enter the space, or you could be, you know, people go for like Reiki and energy healing. That quite often happens, that they go into that theta brainwave, like their consciousness changes, you know, when you're just about to fall asleep and you start drifting into that. You could be lying there in that, and then they describe seeing colours and lights. It doesn't always have to be like a physical being in front of you.
And then basically you would just work on that, and eventually, how do you know you're at a stage? Is being psychic the same as being a medium? Like, how would you know you're at the stage you could read, like give somebody a reading, or you can actually pass on a message? Because you see some people that are, and this will probably be a totally different episode, but you see some people that are born and like start as kids giving like messages, and you think, you know, like that blows my mind. And I take it that's just, again, it's another episode, but it's a different level of consciousness, another life. I don't know. But how do you, if you are starting from like scratch and you're kind of getting into yourself, how do you know you're ready to read someone or send a message?
So for me, it was always just practice. So I'd have my cards. That's a really good way to start connecting as well. Once you've been meditating for a wee bit, pulling your own guidance cards, angel cards. Some people it's tarot cards, but that can be a bit of a mind game as well, because it's got to be a certain way, people think.
Yeah.
Whereas with your angel cards and guidance cards, it's just what you're feeling. What does it say? It's a nice message. So I was just pulling cards for myself, animal ones for me, learning about them by reading the book and the messages that come with it. And then that was in my salon days. So the girls that worked for me would be like, oh, can you do my cards? And it is practice. Like you're not just going to be amazing at it, because everyone has these, I don't normally call it this, but everyone has these gifts, these abilities. They're hidden away. Like, we've been shut down. You're talking about children. You, me, not just our kids, you would have woke up one night and said, probably terrified, like, there's a man at the bottom of my bed, and your mum would have been like, no, you're just having a bad dream, like, there's nobody there. And shut it down.
Shut down that belief.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You might have been playing with your imaginary friends. And
I had so many imaginary friends. I also had loads of invisible kids. I don't know if that was a...
Of course.
I had loads of kids in my past life. Actually, my mum got really embarrassed because I used to walk about like getting on to push the pram and be like, oh, like, this is my husband, just holding his hand. And my mum would be like, I have spent so much money on your birthday on like
toys.
Baby born and all these toys, and you're cutting about with your invisible pals.
Yeah.
I would talk to them.
Yeah.
All these children.
And you could
what if they
see
were
them.
Ghost kids?
You could see them.
Yes.
So yeah, there's something there. It's different if you're like role playing and making stuff up, but if you can physically see.
That's maybe something like that is kind of rubbished or shut down because like maybe, and it's maybe like your parents or friends haven't meant it, but they've said something like I've just said, oh, you're playing with your invisible pals, like, oh, imaginary.
Yeah.
And you don't actually think to say, oh no, well, she's actually from in the year 1912. Yeah. She's a Victorian. He was in the war. Like, you don't actually.
No. So that's it. That's how simple these beliefs are then, because it is all beliefs. You believe that they are there with you. You're playing with them. And then your mum unintentionally has shut that down and made you think that was a lot of rubbish. So then you no longer believe it.
So then that's where your beliefs come from as you grow up, and you're just like, oh, kids' imaginations are great, but in actual fact, kids are just so in tune.
Yeah. And some people don't lose it because they maybe don't have people in their life closing it down, or
your kids will all be mediums.
Hopefully stay switched on. I believe everyone comes in. I do, obviously it's another episode, but the past life stuff can affect it, but I do believe everyone comes in with these abilities. It's just that some will be stronger than others based on certain things, and then it's up to you whether you develop that more or not.
And it's maybe a wee bit like when I go to the gym and I do like 2 sit-ups and I want abs straight away, and I'm like, where are you? Like, it's not working. I'm just going to go to McDonald's on my way home.
No,
it's like
got
that.
To be consistent.
It's the practice.
Dedication. It's a practice.
Hold my hands up. I'm one of those people. You just sometimes don't want to put that
No.
practice in because you want the end result. Like, I want to be able to be like, I want to have a conversation
Yeah.
with my gran or
Gran,
grandpa or auntie or whatever. I'm like, I want to be able to connect with them. And I think as well, it's when you see other people in your family as well as yourself, maybe like struggling or looking for that guidance, you want to be the person that can say, oh, she's here, or she says this or that. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to meditate every day for could potentially be years before and you just want that connection. So then I'll just reach out to you.
Yeah.
Be like,
No.
who's around?
It does. It like, I don't meditate every day. I take time and sit with myself. But in the beginning, it was very much 40 minutes once a day. Like, that was drilled into me by the mentor that I had at the time.
Yeah.
Do I believe it has to be like that? No. But I believe that can help. It got me there.
So what about then if you're saying that everybody's got these psychic abilities?
Yeah.
And they're trying to tap into them and things. You did mention, and we'll probably go into it in depth in another episode at some point, but you mentioned the sixth sense. Can that be something as simple as even, you don't see who's walked into a room, but you feel the energy shift?
Yep.
Or, when people say, I just had a gut feeling, or I just knew, and I'll still do that. And it can be something as simple as being like, okay, I know a weather forecast exists, right? But not checking that and being like, I'm going to put a rain jacket in for the wee one, and then my partners might be like, don't bother, like, we won't be a lot, and then it downpours. And I'm like, I knew that. I know it's really simple.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, oh, mother's instincts, mothers are the best, which they are, but I'm like, I knew that.
No.
But it's something, is that a potential kind of
That's it.
opening in? Is it?
Yeah.
So if you just keep...
You're all right. That's your intuition. You're being intuitively led. You're being
keep
guided.
Going with what you think.
Yeah.
Your brain says turn left, but your sat-nav says turn right. Do you go with your brain or the sat-nav?
You trust. It's not your brain as well. So that's interesting.
You're gatekeeping that for another episode.
I know. It could go into so much. You think it's your brain because that knowing is usually thought-based.
Yeah.
So you feel like it's your brain telling you, but it's actually your gut. Like, that's your heart, your stomach. It's in your body. You're feeling it.
Where do these thoughts come from? Because I would say I've got quite a strong intuition, but admittedly don't always listen to it.
Yeah.
And it can just be something really simple that I've maybe not voiced, and then it happens and I'm like, nah, I knew that. I actually now look like I'm mental because I'm saying that I knew this was going to happen. And there was somebody recently that I don't know them that well, but I just knew they were pregnant. It's so weird. I just knew they were pregnant.
Yeah.
And then I found out they were pregnant. Yeah. And I was like, but I can't explain it. I just knew. Yeah. I just knew that. I've never read any. Well, I've done some of your workshops, which, by the way, we will have to go into at some point.
Yeah, at some point. There's some stories.
There are some stories. Oh my God. Yeah. But there have been times in those workshops, which you deliver so amazingly, that I've thought I actually could probably do this, and like I'm getting bits through. But how does something like that come into your brain? How do you explain that you know something's going to happen, or you know someone's pregnant? Like, wait, that's wild to me.
Yeah, well, obviously I don't really know the ins and outs of exactly where it comes from, because
why do you not know that? You're the expert. You're sacked.
It's coming from the light. I just see it all now, like spirit, angels, guides, all that stuff, the universe, God, whatever name you want to give to that energy, the creator. I just see it all as the light. It's all coming from the light. It's all energy. It's not like, well, maybe it is someone sitting on a wee computer somewhere downloading it into our brains. I don't know. But for me, it's them imprinting something into you.
God on Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Sending it into your brain. Airdropping it.
Here, you never know. It's the aliens up there. Doing it all.
That's another episode. Aliens, my God. It's just
we don't know where it comes from, and that's where your logical mind is going to get in the way of everything, because human you wants to understand it all and figure it all out to pick it apart so that she can fully believe it.
That's what we do, isn't it?
Yeah. When
pick
it's
it all
like,
apart.
no, like how often do you just see a number or a feather lands on you and you feel good because of it, because you think, oh, that's coming from my auntie, or that's my grandpa sending me that robin,
You know,
or
it was actually you, Tony, that taught me that, like the first thing or the first person who comes into your mind
yeah.
when you see that,
Mm.
which I think is probably going to be episode 2. I think we'll do a whole episode on signs
Yeah.
because we
It's
love a
big.
sign. It's
We
big.
love a sign.
But just touching on that, like you were the one who said to me, you know, when you see that sign,
Yeah.
whoever comes into your mind, don't second guess it. That's what it is. Or like when you're searching for a meaning of something, go with what you first see.
Because that's your gut. Your intuition doesn't have time to think or manipulate you or create doubt. Your intuition is that 0.2 second thought or feeling that you have. Then your mind comes in. Oh, but it could be this. What if it's that? No, but I saw that yesterday. So is that... Ignore the mind. The first thought,
is
first
that then
feeling.
is that tapping into the psychic ability then? Because I think a lot of people, like me as well, when I first, before I kind of did any of your workshops and really started talking to you more, I thought that the kind of psychic side of things was always just seeing dead people.
No, so that's the mediumship side.
Right. But like you're saying, you can't always see, so you need to look at all these senses. You might hear, I used to hear things a lot before I went to sleep. And the only way I used to describe this to Tony, the only way I could describe it was like a big open space, almost like a kitchen. And I would hear like and closing, banging and shutting doors and stuff. And you actually said to me, just say out loud, please, I don't want to hear that. Please be quiet. That's scaring me. And I actually did say that out loud. And I was going to say it sounds woo-woo, but it does, but not to us because we're all into it.
We are tuned to the moon.
We are tuned to the moon. It stopped.
Yeah. They will listen.
Do you know another thing when you were saying about meditating?
Mm-hmm.
I think I told you this a while ago. I used to try and meditate, as a lot of people will tell you, before bed. Every time I meditate before bed, it ends in sleep paralysis, which is terrifying.
Yeah, that's not good.
I don't see any demons, but I get it quite bad when I'm really tired. I still can get it quite bad.
Yeah.
And it's scary. But anytime I try and meditate, it's like and I used to always do this meet your spirit guide meditation.
Yeah.
And anytime I got to, I kid you not, it was like I could see this garden. And anytime I started walking down that path, I would go into sleep paralysis. What is that? Is that like someone blocking you? Is it a demon? Am I possessed?
No, you're not possessed.
That would be a really good podcast if I was possessed, though.
Yeah.
That would be so interesting.
Let's not go there. It's your own fear stopping you. It's your own mind. Because you're about to get to that point and it's like, no, shut that down. So it's all just, it's in your head. And meditating before bed isn't, I done it. That's when I done it. Because like you, at that point, I had 2 girls at that point, but 2 kids, couldn't find the time, had the salon. The only time I can have is when I'm going to sleep. And then loads of strange things would happen. And it was Jim Clark, my mentor. He was like, why are you doing it before bed? You're opening yourself up as you're going to sleep. So they can already get through to you the most when you're sleeping in the dream world, because your consciousness is non-existent, basically. You're in your subconscious, so it's easy access, but you're actually inviting them in before you go to sleep, and then you're not actually sleeping, you're just in a meditative state. So I was also knackered.
All spirits, all ancestors, all spirit guides. So you're basically saying that we are more able to connect when we're sleeping?
Yeah, so your dreams, I'm sure many listeners will have had dreams about loved ones that are no longer with us. and they'll wake up and feel like that was really real, or they'll be crying.
Crying?
Yeah, people wake up crying. Or you wake up at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Some people call that the witching hour.
That's when I go to my bed after work.
You're just going to
I'm
sleep.
just going to sleep.
No wonder you're going into sleep paralysis, bang in the
Oh my
middle of
God, I know.
So when that happens, I believe that they are there. That's them coming to you because you're switching into your subconscious. So that logical mind is non-existent. So they can get in easily without being blocked. So when you're dreaming about them, that's when they're there.
They're actually there. So it's maybe worth like writing down your dreams.
Absolutely.
This is going to become a catchphrase, but that's another episode,
Yeah.
Tony. It actually is though. Like we
No,
can
it is.
totally dive
Dream
into
world.
dreams
Yeah.
and stuff. And I actually read something that came up on Instagram the other day, and I don't know if it's a fact or not because it's the internet.
know.
And it was like, it basically said that the human brain cannot recreate a face you've never seen or
I
create
seen
a face
that.
you've not seen.
I
So
seen that.
apparently, like everybody you see in dreams
Yeah.
is someone you've seen before or connected with.
Yeah.
How wild is that?
I
That's
know.
mental.
And that can be past life stuff, obviously.
That can be past life stuff,
Yeah.
which is
Another episode.
another episode. There's just so much though,
Yeah.
like, and I actually
Yeah.
love it because I think there's a lot of things that people want to talk about. Like, I even find myself, day-to-day life, you'll say something about past life or an ancestor, and you still get that like that eye roll. Like, what's she like?
Yeah.
But that's why a space like this is good.
Yeah, that's why we're doing it.
Yeah, and we've got the Tune to the Moon Pod Instagram and stuff as well. So just slide into the DMs any spooky stories if you want to be involved, which would be just a good space for everyone to get together and talk about it. And I think as well,
Normalise it.
yeah, as the weeks go on, people will be like, okay, Tony's now my spirit guide, so I am going to ask what was it? A spiritual advisor.
Spiritual advisor.
Yeah, I'm going to ask her about everything. And there's
Yeah.
always stuff coming up on TikTok, so I'm like, send us stuff.
Yeah, send
as well,
things
like
in.
any things you see, lots of spooky things coming up for me since you started. Tony started literally saturating my DMs
Last
with
night.
these
Oh, God.
terrifying videos. I ended up down a rabbit hole till almost witching hour. It was like 1:30 in the morning because of these videos you were sending me. They're all over TikTok right now.
Yeah, so this is I don't know if I'm going to pronounce it properly, but the Appalachian Mountains.
I don't know how to say it. I'm glad you said it. Appalachian.
Appalachia, don't
Someone
know,
will
something
correct
like
us.
that. Apologies if I offend anybody with that. But yeah, so it's like this mountain range in America, but obviously TikTok is TikTok, and loads of people that live there are now being like, don't keep your windows open at night time, close your blinds. If you hear whistling,
Stop.
so it's this whistling. I think there's loads of noise because it's loads of wildlife, obviously. It's like woods and wilderness. But apparently there's just this whistle that everybody hears. So it's like the thing that everybody's kind of writing is, if you see it, you didn't see it. If you heard it, you didn't hear it. Like, just ignore. Because it's...
Did you hear it on TikTok? Somebody had shared.
Yeah, the noise. Oh,
noise.
Yeah, same shivers there thinking about it.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
coming in. They're here.
Yeah.
It's why would that be such a haunted place? Like, what's going to make that
Place.
so haunted?
Well, it could be that there has been. Obviously, it's been around for, we don't know how long. Like, there could have been like ritual land there, or I don't know.
Some of the stuff on TikTok was wild. Like, I was
Like,
seeing.
talking about that actually.
I saw. Well, you sent me all
I
the
know,
videos.
sorry.
I saw a video about a guy. Have you ever seen a rake?
No, so you were saying this.
Yeah, I
I
was
don't even know
talking
what it is.
About this earlier. It's like it's like a non-human. It looks like bald, almost like a Halloween decoration you'd see at this time of year.
Yeah.
From what I saw, it just looks like this figure.
Like alien
right?
type?
It's not an animal. It's not a human.
Right. Okay.
But so everybody on this TikTok was commenting like, it's a rake, and then there were some people being like, I'm from the UK, what's a rake? And that was me. Like, what's a rake? I just know that is you take
yeah.
the leaves in from the
Yeah.
garden. And this guy had basically phoned the police, and the recording was there, and he was like, oh my god, something's just jumped in my boot. It's non-human. And he was
No.
shouting, but you could hear this like,
no.
I know. Now, I know AI exists and somebody's
I
going to be like,
know,
this
it's
is
so
it.
hard.
But everybody was commenting, being like, nah, a
Oh,
similar thing
seen
happened.
it.
Somebody else commented saying that they lived down the road and this was true. And apparently it was this thing that had jumped in the boot and it's called a rake. I don't
I
actually
think
know.
I might have seen, I think someone, while I was on that
I'm not Googling it because
Appalachian
I don't
Mountain
want
thing,
it to.
and it was like a wee girl had went into her bedroom and shouted, "Dad, there's something at the window," and he was like, "Don't be silly," and then ran out the house like to go round and see, which why would you ever do that? But when you zoom in, it looks like that type of creature that I
Oh.
think you're talking about.
Did you see the portals as well?
Oh, the staircase.
Stop. They're
Yeah,
all in the woods and the mountains.
the
and
same
it's
mountains.
The
Yeah.
same mountains, and it's these like abandoned staircases that go nowhere, but people are basically saying it's like an unwritten rule, you don't climb them. But I think there's quite a lot of stories of kids who were messing about and playing and climbing
Playing.
them, and then things happened and
Yeah.
scary stuff. Like that's terrifying. Why would you climb an empty staircase that leads to nothing?
I know, but then if you are wee and just playing hide and seek or whatever, and you just think, "Oh,
Yeah,
what's
apparently,
this?"
so
like
they're saying that
climbing
they're
frame.
portals.
Yeah,
That
so there might be
lead
like
to-
jumping timelines and all that.
That's Harry Potter shit.
Yeah,
That's
So-
wild. That's Hogwarts.
and all that's got to come from somewhere.
But
People
those
that-
TikToks,
Yeah,
and that's
it's
now
scary.
because we've been talking about it, it's all that's going to come up on my algorithm.
And I was trying to find one to show you, and it's now gone. Like this guy had a whole TikTok about he's just moved into the area. It was this woman was like, it was the dogs. He had like loads of dogs. That's what his page was about. His dogs, and they're big dogs, and they were all going crazy at night time as if someone was entering like the private property. So he goes out, and there's this woman just standing, like an actual woman,
No.
a human.
No, I can't.
But
Sorry.
she
I'm
was
out.
obviously like
Nope.
possessed or something. I don't know.
Was she a woman or was she a ghost woman?
No, she got arrested, so she was an actual woman. But it was like all to do with, it was this time of night, and she was trying to warn them about stuff, and it wasn't good. And now it's all gone.
Was there footage of her?
Like
Why
talking
did you want
and
to
all that.
send me that? Because I'd be terrified. That
Just a woman.
What if I looked outside my house in Glasgow and saw a woman warning me about stuff?
Yeah, it was, but now it's gone. I can't find it anywhere. I was searching for it last night while you were down your rabbit hole.
Also, people commenting on TikTok saying like, "Oh, I'm just about to move to a house in these mountains," and I'm like, "Stop there!
No,
Why?
hell no.
Why?
No.
If that's all over, like usually, I'm not moving house, but one of my friends was recently moving house, and any other time one of my friends has been moving house, or when we were looking, the first thing I do is go on to Just Eat and put the postcode in, right? And I see all the takeaways they can get, and I'm like, this is good. I'll
Yeah.
come over on a Saturday night. You've got a good pizza place around the corner. You should move.
Yeah.
But you hear
That's what you're hearing.
if that's what you're
Yeah.
hearing, right? You're not looking at Just Eat 'cause you're in
No.
the mountains anyway.
No.
You're hearing this on TikTok. Why are you going to move?
Why are you moving
now
there?
I'm going to be looking, if I ever look to move house, I'm going to be looking to see any spooky stories,
any
any haunted
haunted-
buildings.
Yeah.
Because
I have seen that. There's a lot of obviously people that live there coming on and going like, none of this happens here. You're all talking rubbish, but keep talking rubbish because it's stopping people from coming to the area.
I don't know. I believe
There's
that
too
a lot,
much. There's too much.
so many stories about it, and it's all over. Well, I say it's all over TikTok. It's all over mine because thanks Tony
Aye.
for sending me all of those scary
You're
videos. But that's I guess it's like the good thing about TikTok because people are opening up a bit more.
Yeah.
And then you were talking about that earlier, people being closed off. Like, do you think that's
Yeah.
making people feel like I've experienced that or I've been through that before? So they're opening up on their page. It's maybe making.
Yeah, definitely. Because you
You
see
said-
that in the comments.
You said that to me, like the world's becoming more
Open.
open.
100%. And I think another episode, but that is like, it is such a big thing right now, probably a trend people would say, but it's good because it's raising the consciousness, it's making more people aware, which means everyone is becoming, their senses are more heightened so they can tap in more.
So basically, any spooky stories, or if you've ever, it can be like as wild or weird as you like.
Yeah.
If you've ever had anything spooky or strange happen to you, or your house is haunted, Tune to the Moon Pod on Instagram, DM us, and we'll share it if you're happy. Send us a voice note. I love a voice note.
voice notes are good.
Literally
we love voice notes.
love a wee voice note. So send that and we will talk about it on the pod because there's got to be so many.
So many.
I mean, you had your pal Pam here and you.
Yeah.
For me this week, nothing in particular has been that spooky, but it's been the numbers.
Synchronicities.
Yeah, but that's going to be episode 2.
Well, I do a wee card pull.
Yeah, let's do a wee card pull.
Quickly.
For anybody who may need it. So see if you're pulling a card and can you pull a card for general like society and then people can take what they like from it if you're not doing it for one person? Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, so this is what I would call like a collective reading, collective message, so that it's probably for anybody that is listening and you can just take what you can from it. And I'm laughing because the card, so these are all animal cards, which is what I obviously work with.
Look,
right?
there's a moon.
I know they've all got that. How cute.
Oh,
That's not what I was going to say.
good.
Sorry.
I was like,
Ruined
I'm
that
so
for you
in
there.
tune.
No. So the raven is magic. That is the magic card, and it is all about raising consciousness, developing your skills, heightening your awareness so that you can tap into all this. So the message for this to everyone that's listening, I would say start believing in yourself. Start listening to that inner voice, that little bit of guidance that's coming through, and do not doubt yourself, because what you are feeling, thinking, sensing is your truth right now. So do not doubt it.
Wow.
Yeah. And magic is in the air. That's good.
That's beautiful.
For us starting this, that's good.
That is such a good card
It's a
for
nice
episode
one.
1.
It's a nice
I
one.
think as well, obviously I don't want to dive too much into that meaning, but what you're saying is you have to just trust
Trust and
your
believe.
gut and believe. A
Trust
lot of
and
us don't,
believe.
because sometimes I have
I
thoughts
still
like,
doubt myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or I know what's right and I just choose not to do it because
We're human.
yeah.
So that's all still going to come in. But
Love a wee card pull. Well, if you've got any spooky stories
Yeah,
or
share
anything you want
them.
to share with us at Tune to the Moon Pod on Insta. Also, tune to the moon pod at gmail.com if you want to email us, which I've just set up. So I'm actually probably should email that myself and see if it bounces
See if
back
it
or
works.
Yeah, set a reminder.
We'll
email
try it
yourself and
first.
try it first.
Yeah.
But yeah, give us a wee message and your socials as well. You can follow from the Tune to the Moon
Page.
page because Tony's
Little nudges every day.
little nudges from the universe from Tony. I like it. Tony's basically our portal, our spiritual mentor.
Yeah, let's go. Call me whatever.
Yeah, and we've got you. We've now got you every week.
Every week. Yay.
Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
And I'm just buzzing. This is happening.
I know. Woohoo.
Let's go and be spooky bitches for the next week.
So excited.
Thank you.
Bye.